Over. Alright guys, we are getting ourselves into the winner bracket semi-finals now. We've seen some great performances coming out from KFC, as I'm going to call them because they are Kekeke's fan club. But they're going to be going up against two members from Team Enigma and their mixed team. So it's going to be Steven 11, Fang, Weasel Muffin, Daxter and Payne. This should be a good winner bracket semi-final. We've seen KFC have been playing pretty much superb right now. But so I've teamed the Enigma mix, HUHU GRAOR, so we'll call him Hugh or something for now. But yeah, we're going to get ourselves into the draft real soon. We'll have a quick look at the brackets before we do so. As you can see, the results of the quarterfinals. So Host.bot did manage to defeat StayGuard and go through, and they'll be facing UWE. That's the other semi-final that's going to be played. They managed to defeat Here to Play, and of course this one, HUHU GRAOR taking out Team MILF, and as we just saw, KFC taking out Scum Cleansers. And I am joined once again by the very echoey at the moment, Maccy. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, sorry, I didn't mean to be echoey. Yeah, sorry, I was AFK a sec, had a bit of a spaghetti incident. But
right.
It's alright.
A spaghetti incident. Anyway, wow. So that's completely thrown me off my game. I don't know what to say anymore. But yeah, we do see the Nyx Assassin as well as the Undying bans coming out from Steven. And Moonshine, he's banned out the Batrider. I'm waiting for his second ban on the first stage, which is going to be Magnus.
First predictable, like really predictable bans we've had, I think.
Yeah,
it's Cottle in the game for once.
That is the first we've seen Coral go through, but whether he's going to get first pick or not is questionable. We still have Darkseer open, we have Coral open, we have PL open. Please don't pick PL. Begging you.
Don't do it.
Steven, can't do it. But yeah, most likely we're going to see the Darkseer picked up here by Steven. That's the most predictable one. But I'm very surprised we haven't seen an Undying picked up yet this tournament. As you see, he is banned out this game. Has he been banned out every game so far?
No, actually, we've seen him in the pool. Certainly for the first one. I can't remember if he was in for the second. But it's surprising. I mean, such a strong team fighter hero. He makes a tri lane. You put an Undying in, that's your tri lane sorted.
There it is. Cotto picked up by Steven. But yeah, Undying not getting through, which is a big difference from the last UK Dota tournament we hosted back in December. Actually, was the last one we did. It was such a long time ago. But yeah, not keep it alive. Undying was a very common pickup, and we saw him in pretty much every game as he got through the first ban stage. But yep, not going to get through this time. Keep it alight is, however, Steven's going to pick him up, and we're going to see if we do see the Darkseer PL coming out from Moonshine. We do see Rubik. Wow.
Do you remember what people were banning in place of Undying? Was it Darkseer that was getting banned out?
Batrider, TA, Magnus + 1 was the general.
TA, yeah.
Nyx Assassin, usually. Yeah, but we got to see Rubik Tident, so I'm surprised Darkseer as well as PL are available for Steven now if he so chooses to take them.
Yeah, TA's just kind of vanished all of a sudden. I can't believe we haven't seen Templar Assassin.
Hello, Darkseer, PL. How are you feeling? You're not getting picked. Lifestealer Nightstalker coming out from Steven, so possibly running a strat which is unknown to both teams here.
Playing their carry card very early there. You don't normally see a carry picked up a second pick.
I kind of disagree in a sense. We do see Lifestealer a lot in the first stage, but again, he was banned out in the last game, but only in the second stage. Whereas UWE, of course, took it in the first stage themselves.
Good point. Yeah.
But we're waiting for Moonshine's final pickup here of the. I'll keep saying it, but the first stage of picking, if you will. So yeah, he's going to go for the PL. We saw him play PL in the first game, where we spectated just the end of it, and he had over 600 farm in 50 minutes. It was absolutely ridiculous. Can he run the same thing this game? Or he's going to go for that Storm Spirit carry, and I'm guessing if he goes for the Storm again, he's going to leave it till last pick.
Yeah, I don't think they want to give that away just yet. What are we calling the Radiant team, by the way? Is it HUHU we're going for?
We'll call him HUHU, yeah.
Gotta get my facts straight.
HUHU GRAOR versus Kekeke. Faces Void. Wow, that's a risky pick at this point in the game. But very confident with him, it seems. And Faces Void definitely shuts down Lifestealer so well. And that might be the reasoning before this pickup. But again,
yeah,
it's definitely pushing her straight in the faces of few here. And how's Steven going to counter this? We're into the second stage of banning. But I am interested to see a Void. I've not seen one for a while.
No, it's been a while since Void's been popular.
How's the Darkseer ban? Such a surprise they didn't get through in the first stage. So sorry, they did get through and not picked even.
I feel like both teams have got to have some kind of big plan if they're going to leave out Darks here, because when that gets left on the table, you pretty much got to take it.
And there goes the Enigma. I'm just going to alt-tab real quick. So that's working okay.
I'm not really sure what either team are going for here. Like, Faceless Void is such an interesting pick, especially to come out as third pick.
One of the questions is this Moonshine's tri-lane? We did see tied onto ads. Was he tied onto Rubik? Yeah, they got tied onto Rubik by PG Tips and KRS respectively last game, and they played that with Moonshine Storm Spirit in the tri-lane. Are they going to run the same strategy but with a Faceless Void this time? Keep him alive, keep him safe, and
certainly work.
If that's the case, is Stephen going to put what hero is Stephen going to put against them? Is he going to put a tri-lane against them, or is he going to run a solo laner like a Windrunner? But the problem is if putting a solo is that the moment that Faceless Void is level 6, that solo laner could get destroyed.
Yeah, he's over as soon as that happens. I genuinely don't know what they're going to do.
But Moonshine is banning the offlaners here. Enigma as well as Beastmaster gone. Whereas HUHU have obviously banned the dogs here. Now Queen of Pain joins the ban pool too. Second time we've seen Queen of Pain banned today. Not really surprising. One of the most common solo mid pickups at the moment in the game. And there goes Templar Assassin.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, so I'm assuming Nightstalker is going to be running solo mid. You don't really see him anywhere else. So they're trying to shut down anything that could stand up against Nightstalker. PA and Queen of Pain are both really strong mids, so they want to put a stop to that.
And there's not much left in the pool that can stand against him. Batrider's obviously gone, as well as Nyx and Madness. Madness? Yeah, Madness is banned out.
Madness, the band?
The band, yeah. We are. This is the UK Dota scene, so Madness would really be a great pickup for Moonshine. But no, Magnus was banned out, of course. And finally, the Shadow Shaman banned out by Moonshine.
That's an interesting ban. He's such a strong hero.
So what have we said today? We've said Storm Shit, Madness, and at the Dota Talk Amateur Cup, I remember Durka saying Ban Rider, which I'm never going to pick. Ban Rider was the best one.
It kind of fits, doesn't it?
Yeah. Big shout out to Durka if he's checking out the live stream today.
Yeah, nice one, man.
So, yep, onto the final stage of picking now. We've got 2 heroes left for both teams. Do need a solo mid as well as an offlaner for Moonshine's team here. Whereas HUHU, they need themselves an Omni Knight. Alright. So
Omni Knight is, yeah, it's pretty big now. Like, every time I see an Omni Knight play in Pro Dota, I'm very happy.
Repel the Night Stalker while Nyx has Rage on. Could be good.
Yeah, that's pretty vicious. Do you think we're gonna see a solo top Omni Knight?
It's not King Dave. I don't think we can. King Dave is the legendary top lane Omni Knight. Absolutely shutting down a Mirana one-on-one, which is fantastic to watch. It truly was. Again, big shout out to him if he's watching. But yeah, so what is Moonshine thinking of doing here? Seeing the Omni Knight pick up, there's a lot of cards on the table still for Steven. Could end up running a dual lane middle of Nightstalker Omni.
I'm wondering about a dual lane mid for KFC actually. Like they've not got a choice of the obvious mids that are going to go up against Nightstalker, but if you could run some kind of dual lane, that could sort him right out.
And Invoker can do very well against Nightstalker.
Invoker's a good call.
If we see something like an Invoker Ancient Apparition name, which we're obviously not going to now as Windrunner has been picked up for the off lane. So it is going to be the same tri-lane they ran last game, except replacing the Storm Spirit with a Faceless Void. So yeah. We still need the mid hero though, but they're not going to run a dual lane. It's pretty much a guarantee right now.
Yeah, you think we're definitely going to see Rubik, Tidehunter, Faceless Void as a try?
Pretty much, yeah. Safe lane, tri-lane. But I still don't know what HUHU are doing here. There are so many options you could have. Obviously, it's the worst thing you could possibly do. You could have Nyx in the jungle. Have an Omni farming. No, I don't know. Honestly, don't know right now. Let's put it this way: if they tri-lane the Nyx, then they need either another support, or an Omni goes the offlaner, or vice versa. Omni plays support and they need an offlaner. Because we definitely can see Night Stalker middle.
I don't think Omni Lifestealer Keeper of the Light is a very successful tri lane. I mean, it'd work, but what's it going to accomplish? Like, you're just going to end up, sure, you're going to get a good, strong Lifestealer, but the kind of lane you just leave, if you're up against that lane, you just leave them, and sure, they get a farmed Lifestealer, but both their supports are going to suffer for it. Right, okay.
Whoa! Steven! Potentially the next level plays coming out from him here. We seem to see a Husker. I don't think I've ever cast a game where I've seen a Husker before.
This is the birth of the new meta.
Oh my god.
What are they doing? I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to watch this.
Oh man. Right, so I was confused about how HUHU were going to lane this before they picked the Husker. I have no idea. And here comes the Lich. What the hell are they running middle? Dando.
Mid.
No, Dando's on
mid.
Dando's on
All
Rubik.
of the rest of them up against the Lifestealer.
Dando's on Rubik. He played the Knicks last game. He's going to go solo mid.
Going to be huge.
We're going to get ourselves into the game anyway. I'm going to quickly change the overlay. And I'm going to run over the very confusing HUHU lineup. So we have Steven 11 going to be...
Prepare for battle.
Steven 11 is going to be running the Night Stalker. Fang is going to be running the Nakes. Going to be farming with him. Payne's actually going down to the safe lane as the Husker. We see Daxter going to be playing the Omni Knight. Cool looking wings as well as a helmet on him. And finally Weasel Muffin with the best name in the world. Going to be playing on the Keeper of the Light.
Okay, and on KFC we've got Moonshine playing the Faceless Void, KRS on the Tidehunter, Shigure on Windrunner, PG Tips on the Lich, and Dando's playing Rubik, and they are all in the Radiant Jungle.
Could we see what we saw Singularity do in the first game? Try and pick somebody off immediately, get that Rubik lift off by Dando, pull in the Husker, and just kill him off. But it looks like it's a solo top Lifestealer played by Fang. Well, it's definitely the way they're running this right now. Husker with Repel, that could be super ridiculous actually. But they don't really have any disable in this lane. They obviously have the mana leak, but they're not going to have that at all the early game. I'd be very surprised if Weasel Muffin picks that up. But yep, so all heroes coming down to bottom from nobody's got the name tags of this game. From KFC to actually just ward the Paul camp, and actually that's a very good place for the ward. Very hard to set that one.
The battle begins.
And then they're just going to rotate up to the lane. So we're seeing... Is this Moonshine running middle Void? Ah, so they're going to tri-lane the supports.
Invisibility.
They're going to have Dando.
That's going to be a strong tri-lane.
Yeah, Dando KRS as well as PG Tips. PG Tips is going to actually miss it tonight here if he's not fast enough. Come on, you can catch up. There you go. There goes the range creep, so... Bit of gold denied for Steven here. But yeah, Void does... Oh, it's a dual lane middle then. You actually called this, but it's going to be a Void Lich dual lane. And this is going to allow them to... this is very clever, actually. Deny experience using Lich. Slow down those levels on Night Stalkers when he does hit the first night time. Hopefully he's not level 6. Shorter night is a better night.
Yeah, this is really clever by them. They're gonna, well, if they play it right, they're gonna completely lock Steven 11 out. But he's a damn good player, so anything can happen. Fang's in trouble.
It's popped the rage early, and this is the trouble that this lane's going to be. Fang's going to get 0 farm against this dual lane. Tidon to keep him off, Dando to get the farm on Rubik. And we can see a very early level 6 on Rubik as well as Tide here. Only putting it as a dual lane gives him such a big advantage.
Yeah, that's going to make it for their supports. Yeah, it looks like, who is the other team? Here's supports. I wish people would tag up. Are going to suffer for this.
Yeah, so I'm very interested to see how this middle lane's going to go. We do see Steven using Void to actually last hit, which is the best call of action. And I just realised that his skill's called Void and his game's Faceless Void, which is going to confuse the hell out of me. Because it was just, Steven actually comes in and gets hit by, I don't actually know Lich's skills names, the Frost Blast there. And in bottom lane, Shiger. Level 2 actually, he's managed to get farm, and this is a big creep wave coming to his tower. Triple range creep, so he's going to easily get some levels here.
Steven's got his bottle finished up, and it's just as well, because he's taking a lot of harass. I mean, that's what Lich is really, really good for.
Deny a creep, throw a Frost Blast. Rinse and repeat. Unlimited Frost Blasts. And Fang, still only level 1. In fact, so is KRS, but Rubik's nearly level 3 on this top lane.
Shiguro is playing fantastic offlane though. Both games he's been a really, really strong offlaner, and he's He's getting all the levels straight away.
But that's what this ward is all about. The finally managed to de-ward it with the sentry. So the stack and pull will be coming now. In fact, they're going to single pull at this lane, so that means they're going to try and push early. If they're not trying to push early, then they're pretty clueless on what they're doing, basically. Unless they're going to
Moonshine's in trouble. Does get away.
A lot of damage coming out from Steven there. He's got level 2 in Void. There's not really much he can do though. He's only got this illusion rune, and until he gets to night time, he's really not going to have the damage to do anything about this dual lane. Does force a salve out of Moonshine, but that's about it. So Daxter, using the plays that we don't normally see, managing to pull into the top camp as well. Really
very
effective.
nice.
Guarantees a denial of the creeps anyway. Just see Steven definitely not having a happy time in this lane. She's using those illusion runes to harass pretty well on Moonshine now. He's copying a lot of damage. This should really try and kill these off soon. And there they both go. And we're looking on top. Fang starting to get some XP coming his way. So pop level 3, but Dando's up to 4 in a bit. And now Tidehunter's going to start stacking and pulling. Only level 2 on him. We are expecting a quick 6 from him though. And again, Steven doesn't seem that worried about this middle lane. He's playing it fairly aggressively.
He's playing so well considering the lane he's up against.
I mean, Void went level 1 in Time Walk, so he's not really had a chance to do much about it. He's going to buy himself a Ring of Health now, I'm guessing, Moonshine. He does indeed, going for that Battle Fury build. Courier ping going down, but Steven gets his boots up now, and he doesn't really have much to worry about in this lane anymore. Especially not until both these heroes hit 6.
Fang managed to bring both of the supports on the top lane to very low life. He could catch out Dando now. Doesn't make it.
Looks like he used open wounds as well as rage to do a lot of damage, and KRS has been tanking up the wave a little bit. It looks like he's actually pulled 2 creep waves down to this camp, which isn't the most favourable thing to do, because unless he manages to kill off all the creeps, then obviously they're going to go straight towards Fang again. And Shigo doing for levels. He's still level 3. So he's starting to get there, but Omni Knight's actually level 3 on Daxter now, so they are sharing this XP in bottom lane. Huskar's level 5. Oh no, wait, Omni Knight was pulling, wasn't he? Of course. And Chica takes a blast in the face. And so does Steven, actually. Just throws a Void onto PG Tips. And he's nearly out of mana, Steven, now. But he'll be very much looking forward to that first night time. Fang is just running around the tree. And KRS is just looking at him.
Dando has been living so dangerously here. He's been living on such low life. But there's no way Fang can get near him, because KRS is just... every time Fang moves, KRS is watching. And they've been doing this little dance for the past few minutes. But neither of them can really kill off the other. They can do quite a bit of damage, but that's all they can do.
Anchor Smash actually doing quite a bit to Fang at this point, dropping his damage. So Fang really can't engage until he either pops Rage or that wears off. But now he's going to get some more XP as the lane starts to push by Dando. And PG Tips, he's going to go and camp. In fact, is he ganking bottom? PG's? He's just going to ward. I was going to say he was walking very aggressively, but the ping does go down, and now the ward's been placed there. And it gives Steven a little bit of breathing room in mid lane. And he's actually, although the Lich is here, he's actually ahead on levels. Lich has been sapping a little bit too much experience from the Void.
And we're about to hit night time.
But as I said, Nightstalker hasn't hit level 6, so he is behind what he'd normally do in a 1v1 situation. He does only have 1 point up in Hunter of the Night, and in fact, he's going to get caught out here if he's not careful. He immediately goes on PG Tips. His damage is going to be dropped by KRS and the Ice Blast as well, but he's not going to have much trouble here. He's going to be able to catch up to PG Tips. He draws first blood. Solo killing versus 2. Void still sitting in the middle lane. Pops level 6, instantly pops the Darkness.
That was a perfectly timed level 6. That was a very, very fortunate kill for him.
And Lich went to camp the rune, and that's what happened. He got slapped in the face by a Nightstalker, who buys his Zone of Shadow straight out. So he's going to be looking to get there. Pain actually jumps on Shigo, who immediately runs away. Great shackle coming in from Shigo. Pain's going to take a lot of damage from a tower, but he will be able to pick up a kill here. Omni Knight got there in time, popped the heal off, and easy kill for Pain. So that's 2 kills coming away of HUHU now.
Meanwhile, Fang and Dando had a bit of a face-off, and both of them left limping away a little bit. Fang actually forced back to base by that.
He's really not having an easy time in this lane. Only 11 last hits up on him, especially when you compare it to the Faceless Void, who's obviously got the support of Lich, but he's on 37, 38 now. But Husker is keeping up with him, and he's actually running hand of Midas. So we are going to be very interested to see how fat this Husker gets. He's got same level as Farmer's Void. He's got 1 more kill. He's running a Midas. So at the moment, he's much further ahead. And especially when it comes to levels as well. Just because I'm to level 7 compared to the 5 of Void. No,
See his net worth start to rocket, I think.
Oh yeah, 400 gold ahead of what's his name now? Moonshine. And there we see Steven, he's rotated to top lane. Fang's there already, he's got level 1 open wounds, which isn't going to be enough as of a slow. Dando's going to get slowed down. He's actually going to steal it. He's level 6 now on the Rubik. He's got that very early. But Steven's here, throws down the Void. Silence going to follow. Mischance up on Dando. In fact, the Gush coming out from Tyrant as well as the Anchor Smash. And Dando, he's taking a lot of damage, but he will put the Fade Ball. That's double damage reduction. And Dando is blocked in by Tyrant, which is really good for him. And then Fangi's took so much damage as well. Rage coming out from him. Dando just surviving still on 20 HP. And KRS, he's got no mana to chase, but he's going to go ahead and do so anyway. Fang actually turning around and tries to get the right click in by KRS, but he just can't manage to finish him off. In fact, PG Tips is coming to try and snipe off the kill, but Fang's just going to head himself back. And again, Dando! 15 HP will walk back to base with.
That play by Dando and KRS was inspired. Dando moved right into this little nook, and then KRS sort of moved in behind him, and they managed to block damage from the opposing team, like no problem, nothing they could do to actually damage both of them at once or anything like that, so ended up limping away.
And now I realise the ridiculousness of this lane and why they chose to do it. They're against the lifestealer who focuses on right cleave. You have 32 damage reduction coming out from Dando. You also have 40% reduction coming from Tidehunter. Basically, Fang's right clicks are like little bunnies. They're just doing nothing.
Nothing, and on top of that, it was the Night Stalker that came in, so 2 melee. Managed to get yourself into a spot where they both can't hit you at once. Got the advantage.
Nearly picking up a double kill as well. The damage from that Void. 251 damage going on to the faces Void by Void. But Steve only pops another Darkness, so he manages to get his second one off now. And he's level 7. He's got no charges on his own because he obviously went down. But how effectively are they going to make use of this Night Stalker? Because at the moment he's just sitting middle trying to get levels. And that's really not what he wants to be doing. He has level 1 Hunter in the night because he chose to go for a level in the Crippling Fear. So his ganking potential is not the greatest right now.
Really, his job is exactly what he tried to do last time. He's got to go and pick off the supports at night time, but he tried that and it didn't work. So what now?
Dando's level 7 at this point, nearly 8. So he's very far ahead right now. But again, as we saw with the net worth, Husker running this Midas, he's now nearly 1,000 gold ahead of Faceless Void, and he picks up his Helm of the Iron Well. Whereas Faceless Void only has his Perseverance. He's getting close to the Battle Fury. He's 1,600 gold away from that. But anyway, we have Omni-Knight here to support the Night Stalker in mid lane. They really want to go on Faceless Void, but Faceless Void, I think he wants to go on as well. There's 3 heroes here in the middle lane for HUHU. In fact, Fang's going to rotate as well. He's going to be found by Dando. Dando, he's pretty fast at this point. There goes the Rage. Silence as well on Dando. This should be an easy kill.
That's what this team really want to do. If they're not stuck in the trees, that's how it's supposed to work. HUHU just get so much damage straight away out of Fang and Steven.
And he gives but while they're off, Faceless Void got a little bit more space. PG should really leave him to get some solo XP now. I mean, PG Tips, he obviously wants to get a level 6 to get the Chain Frost, but at the same time you really want the levels on the Faceless Void just to pop level 8 himself.
Well, he's keeping up with Night Stalker, which is really saying something considering the way the lanes went.
But at the same time, it's all about pain on the bottom lane. But to have that Midas back off cooldown, he's level 9 in a bit. So a full level ahead of the Faceless Void. And 700 gold ahead in net worth as well. Hey, Fang.
Yeah, he's getting left all alone down there. Like.
Oh, every time Fang comes in for one last hit, he gets Anchor Smashed, he gets Fade Bolted, he gets Gushed, and he's down to 300 HP. And now, Steven's coming in to try and support him. But are they going to fruitlessly fail again? In fact, KRS and Dando have both just walked all the way back to their tower. Very much afraid, and Lifestealer's sitting inside Night Stalker now. There could be some great work coming out from Steven if he manages to get in there at the right time. But again, look how defensively his supports are playing.
I want to see this happen. I want to see the phase boots pop. I want to see Lifestealer jump out. And I want to see everybody cry.
But then as that happens, they might go on Moonshine. Moonshine, as long as he doesn't get silenced by Cryptic Fear, he has Chrono available. In fact, Steven's going to wait for the 12-minute rune. He's not going to be lucky enough. Bottom lane, Dax is going to spot a regen. Moonshine leaves back. Courier doesn't get picked off. And there's the Void going out. Here comes Faceless Void. The silence is going out on Faceless Void as well. And he has Ravage if he needs it, but he sorry, not Ravage. Oh my god,
Ravage went off.
Yeah, KRS came in with a Ravage. Actually managed to kill the Lifestealer and stop the Faceless Void from continuing. The Faceless Void, the Lifestealer and the Night Stalker. Gah! Moonshine walks back. He doesn't pop the Chronosphere. And I am confusing myself, let alone you guys.
Use your words, Rabbit. Use your words.
Words have escaped me. But yeah, it's the second time we've seen Night Stalker as well as Lifestealer team up. And one of them died again. But great support coming in.
That was a great response there from KFC. It looked like they knew exactly what was going to happen. Everyone on the team was watching and waiting for it to happen and responded perfectly.
Do you know what threw me off a bit at the start of the fight? Night Stalker ran up and picked up an item that Faceless Void was sitting on. And I was like, wait, what? What's he picked up? I think it was just a branch or something, or maybe he destroyed it, I'm not sure. But that threw me off completely, and I'm surprised the Chrono didn't come out, but they might have been able to pick off the Night Stalker if they had have used it.
I expected to see a Chrono and a Lich ult going into it, but they popped the Lich ult and it didn't really get a chance to bounce.
They need to do something about Pay now. Free farm in the bottom lane, he has his armlet finished and he's level 10.
He's having a great time, and I mean, Hand of Midas means that the armlet
top lane,
will be
sorry,
a little bit slow.
He managed to try to use Wind Run, but he's going to get taken down by the Lifestealer as well as a Night Stalker combination here. Omni was up for support as well. At the same time, flying in now, that's a Battle Fury for Void.
Yeah, he's got that finished up.
By the gods, the Dire's bottom tower doesn't even
A Hand of Midas means that Pain will finish up that armlet a little bit slower than he would otherwise. He's spent quite a lot of gold into Hand of Midas. It pays off. Is it 18 minutes, 16 minutes? The Hand of Midas really starts to pay off.
It's around that point, depending on the time you get it, of course.
Yeah, so I mean, he got it about 7 minutes in. So when we see it hit 27 minutes, he'll be running really far ahead. But as it is, he's farming on his own, like having a great time anyway. So he's just rolling ahead, not getting hassled at all.
We don't really see Weasel Muffin doing anything here. In fact, has he leveled up stats? No, he's sitting on a level right now. But he's level 5 currently, and he's really not rotated any lanes. He's just been sitting bottom and farming the jungle effectively. In fact, that's what he's doing now with his Illuminate. Meanwhile, Night Stalker has a DD rune. He's got to start pressuring his middle tower. But there's the Fade Bolt. And these levels on Dando are so important. He's level 8 now. He has the spell still available, of course. He's got 3 in Telekinesis, 4 in Fade Bolt. And it really cripples Steven. At the same time, Fang's starting to find his levels on top lane as well. Although he was shut down fairly efficiently, he's managing to get himself up to level 8 now. But as far as farm goes for him, he's only sitting on Paratreads and 200 gold.
Should see some strong farm coming out from Moonshine now. He's trying to utilise that Battle Fury. Ruby gets jumped on by Pain.
Instant Chronosphere, very defensively.
And he needed it. Look at the damage Pain did in just a couple of hits.
He's going to get lifted up now, Fade Bolt as well. But there's a pair of Omni coming in. The Repel's gone on in Pain. And he's going to start. Look at the damage coming out of Shiga. 2 right clicks and Shiga's at half health. And Dando, what did he steal? He managed to get level 2 Repel from Omni Knight. And Pain is very scary right now. He's got Paratreads. He has his armlet. And of course, if he has a Repel on top of him, there's not really any chance of shutting him down apart from a Chronosphere.
Everyone who steps up to him just gets melted right now. He needs to get ganked, or he is going to spiral further and further away from the rest of the enemy team.
But that was the attempted gank they just did, and we saw the damage that Windrunner took, and also the damage, of course, from Faceless Void. Got jumped on, half his HP was just gone. It's level 2 coming out now.
It wasn't very coordinated. Like, they needed to get a good solid Chronosphere on him with everyone sort of ready and in position to do some damage.
Regeneration.
But at the moment there's not a lot happening in this game. It is very much farm game. If we do have a quick look at the last hits, 106 up on the Husker versus 104 on Void. And the question is, who can outcarry who? Well, honestly, if there's Chronos on the Husker, then obviously the Faceless Void will. But at the moment, Faceless Void is just quite a significant amount behind the Husker. 1300 gold behind.
HUHU has the advantage overall though, like on both graphs they're running ahead.
3,000 and 3,000 pretty much. Karis is going to tip into the mid top lane. We do see a dive coming out. Great shackle coming out from Shiga. It saves Dando's life there. Oh, and the Lich Ultimate comes out. Steven, he needs 1 more right click. 2 more right clicks, but Dando's going to go down. He shouldn't have turned around really. But good support coming in from KFC.
That shackle was beautiful from Shigeru.
Nearly saving the Rubik's life.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Not quite enough because Night Stalker obviously in his night time was able to catch up. I believe he popped darkness for that. Yes, he did.
Yeah, I don't think the Rubik could have done anything there. He was very right to turn around, accept his fate, and ensure the kill on the Night Stalker.
But again, it's just free farm for both the carries right now. Payne, he's picked up another Helm of the Iron Will. He's got 13 regen per second right now. And with his current HP pool, it's like he's got a harder task with the regen he currently has coming out from him. And he does pick up his Helm of the Dominator now. So now we see lifesteal coming out from Payne, as well as an insane amount of regen. I mean,
that's scary, because as Huskar gets the lower in HP, his what's it called, Berserker Blood means he does more damage, which means he gets more lifesteal, which means his HP goes back up. There's not a lot you can do at that point.
Alright, that's not his. I thought for a second we saw Void coming out with an Armlet of his own. He had there was a Blades of Attack as well as the Gloves of Haste flying towards him, but only the gloves were his. So he's going to be going for the Maelstrom. Whereas the Blades of Attack, of course, go towards the phase boost of Shigo in top lane.
Keeper of the Light still farming the jungle. So it's an interesting role for a Keeper of the Light to be doing quite so heavily.
He's not really contributing much though. The mechanism's a lot slower than if he was potentially setting up some ganks or some fights. But it's pretty difficult with what HUHU have drafted because they don't really have any initiation apart from the Night Stalker. They have the Void and obviously Life Break from Huskar. Other than Noso, there's not really much at all. Whereas you have a Faceless Void who can just time walk in as well as Chrono. And a Rubik who can lift somebody, a Windrunner that can shackle, a Tide who can ravage. So much initiation on the team of KFC.
Really intimidating team to go up against. But I think Keeper of the Light's going to shine getting towards the later game. Because right now it's very much about trying to give the carries space. They don't want to be pushing too hard. As soon as they decide that they need to turn on that push, Illuminate's going to be there and it's going to take out creep waves in seconds.
And this is where the levels in Collar come from. But he's only got level 2 in Illuminate so far. He's put 1 in Mana Leak and 2 in Chakra as well. And of course 1 in his Ultimate Spirit form. There's some free farm for Fang on the top lane. He's going for drums actually. Drums on Power Treads. It's a pretty good build for Life Seer. It's going to give him the survivability. It's going to give him the damage. It's going to give him a bit of mana regen as well to get those raging open wounds off respectively. But there's a Hairdresser Coddle, so he's on the way to that mechanism.
About time to.
Night Stalker is actually getting fairly close to his BKB now. 1,000 gold away from that. And Huskar, I believe he's going for one himself. He's picked up his own club. Not quite on the level of Night Stalker at this point, but obviously having those Armlet, Helm and Midas really helps him out.
Yeah, he's steaming away with that. And it looked like Shigeru and Dando were trying to do something about him then, but I think they just ended up being just going to push the lane. Thought for a second they were going to try and go up against Payne, but that would be a bad idea. I think he could probably solo kill both of those, no problem.
Second night pops. Steven has 4 in that Hunter of the Night right now. And he popped D level 2 Darkness as well, so it's going to be a bonus 50 seconds on this night time. And he's probably going to get another one off as well before night ends, maybe even 2 more. He's going to walk into Fang. No surprise there, Fang's going to jump inside of him. And then they're looking for kills, but there's nobody in the top jungle at all. They're expecting to find Void, who's sitting near Roshan, actually pinging Roshan. Do they want to take this? Steven's going to ward the high ground, so they can see
Roshan's, I don't think it's very safe right now.
Steven, Silence goes straight up on the face's voice. The mischance is there. The life stealer jumps in as well. Earn charge and he goes down very quickly. Night Stalker again, the last right click. We see a triple TP coming in the mid lane here for KFC. Everyone's here. They wanted to keep the face's void alive, but he's down for 40 seconds. And he manages to buy his Mithril Hammer just in time, but he does shoot him down a little bit. Obviously,
such a good response. Such a good response every single time from KFC.
Just not quite quick enough this time, but I don't think there's anything it could do. Silence going in first from Steven was the best choice. So he can't jump away, he can't chrono himself to safety. So of course he's level 2 in that Crippling Fear, so it's 6-second duration during the night.
Yeah, and that was long enough. I mean, the big question with a silence like that is, can you tank through the damage for that long? And in this case, he really couldn't.
And charged. Life Silly using his ultimate as well. Just no way. He can definitely not survive. Faces Void is quite a squishy hero. He's only got 929 hit points at this point. Even with power treads. It's just not enough to keep him alive. Coddle's still farming the woods. He's got himself a book there now. 750 gold off that mechanism. And
See, BKB nearly finished up for Night Stalker.
Yeah,
that gag really helped him out. And look at bottom lane. It's gone. Oh.
Just like me.
Nice fortify, but it seems like a bit of a waste because there's no rotation at all to come in and defend it.
What we're going to see from HUHU now is a repel on. I'm going to see repel on Huskar. Lifestealer's got his rage, and Night Stalker's got a BKB.
So does Huskar. Double BKB flying out now.
Oh, he's got a BKB now as well. Oh god.
Yep. It's a one more
but he
creep
is completely caught out.
Shackle, grey shackle coming out from Shigo there. I don't know what else they used to stop him. The Ravage is still there. I'm guessing it was a Rubik lift. Bit of a Frost Blast. No Chronosphere either. So quite a free pickup for them, and nice stack coming here from Moonshine. He's going to take a lot of damage from this, but and in fact, Rubik has stole the Husker heal in a Vitality, so Faces Void is able to tank through this creep wave pretty effectively. Creep wave, the ancient stack I should say. And that's a nice bit of gold for him. He has his Maelstrom complete now, and he's got 600 gold sat on top of that.
That's an inspired steal. I don't know if that was accidental or on purpose, but it's a good skill to have.
He probably wanted life break, but actually did he? Rubik jumping in so suicidally might not have been the best idea. But we see KRS, he's attempted to TP out, and he's going to get it as well!
Oh.
20 HP, he actually didn't TP to the fence, he TP to one of the little buildings. But 20 HP gets out on not enough damage from Steven as well as Omni Knight to take him down. Omni Knight played by Daxter, of course. And then rotation is coming up. They want to find his face as Void, and Fang, easy debate right now. Wants to push the tower. They have Woods watching everything at this point. Steven and Daxter are here to support, but instead they're going to back off. And here comes Coddle. Weasel Muffin finally shows his face. He's got the mechanism. His job's done. He's going to heal everybody up. In fact, Fang's going to jump inside Steven. They might actually dive past the tower here. And Moonshine is really going to watch he doesn't get caught out. He needs to get that chrono off the silence. Oh, Steven, BKB's up immediately. Fang jumps out, uses the rage. There's the chronosphere. Greatly timed. PG Tips is going to just about survive. The inner vitality that was stolen by Dando is going to be used on top of him. And look at the damage. And now there comes the ultimate from Lich. It's going to do so much to Fang as well as Daxter. And Weasel Muffin, of course, going through the Guardian Angel because that's physical damage that it blocks. And that's going to be 3 heroes down for HUHU right now. Pain does jump in. He will be able to take out the Tidehunter. Kills Void as well. Kills Lich as well. Triple kill coming down from Pain right now. And he's going to want to try and find Dando or Shigure, but he's not quite fast enough. Coddle can't get in range to the Blinding Light. And Pain's going to back off. But 3 for 3 coming out. And the damage that Pain managed to deal off after his team died was insane. They really have to catch him in the Chronosphere or else they get screwed that hard in team fights.
That was an incredible Lich ult. That ult bounced. I think it bounced the maximum number of times. And it almost killed the Omni Knight solo. Like, just kept bouncing back to him. Yeah, really well played coming out straight after that Chronosphere. Everyone was stuck in position.
But Pain turned up late to the fight, and that's what he managed to achieve. Did Dando stay alive in the end there? I know we got Inner Vitality off on one of his the Faces Void while he was stuck in the chrono, but yeah.
I didn't actually catch it if he was alive or not.
In fact, Dando was stuck in the chrono. I think he actually Inner Vitality himself and then walked in. I'm not sure, but I heard it go off. In fact, Steven's coming in now. He tries to dive past behind the tower for Dando. We hear the Spirit Form going off by Keeper Light. Is he trying to TP somebody right now? He is. TP's Fang into play. Pain jumped on top of the Void, who's jumped himself into the trees. Steven pops his BKB. He's going straight on Shigori. He wants to kill him. KRS is blocking away though, and KRS might actually take enough damage to go down here. We see Fang with the Rage popped, trying to go on top of it. And this is the power of this team. They have Rage, they have double BKB, they have Omni Knight Repel. Pretty much immune to magic damage. The only person who doesn't need it is Coddle. And that's because he's so far back behind the tower.
It seems really aggressive that they're. Seems really aggressive that straight after a team fight they're right back here, but it's actually perfect. The I keep forgetting the team names. KFC have all these big long cooldown ultimates, so HUHU are just pressuring while they know those ults are down.
Playing it very smartly. And Void was stuck in the trees for the entire duration of that fight. What's he got fighting out to himself now? Just a TP scroll. But his farm's not actually doing that great anymore. Look at the net worth difference between I can't believe the guy's name, Huskar, as well as the Faces Void. There's 5,000 difference now. Look at the graphs. Gold graph is 12,000 in the way of HUHU and 7,500 XP. Dando throws a fade bolt. Illuminate to follow.
Middle tower is
I want to go on this. He jumps straight on top of Moonshine, who actually just jumps himself out. Fang's going to try and jump on top of him now. He needs the Chrono to survive. He needs the Chrono to survive. He's not going to waste it. Oh, he is! The Chrono's there. But look at Shigure taking so much damage at the back end of play. And then PG Tips are going to take the same. Tidehunter comes in with a Ravage on KRS. But it's not going to matter. He's going to go down as well. And Rubik actually stole Life Break. Jumped on top, but in the end, it's going to be the death of him. The only person to survive was the one who got initiated on Moonshine. 4 kills for non. Tier 2 tower, possibly the Tier 3, maybe even the Rax.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I'm surprised Moonshine is alive after that. He sort of popped the Chronosphere, looked like he was definitely running away, and then hesitated for a minute. And I did wonder if he was just gonna go in and get himself killed, but he played it smart and ran away.
Is all alone in the world, being attacked.
There goes the Guardian Angel. We don't care about this tower.
Questionable Guardian Angel. Didn't really need it.
But it should be Rax.
Yeah,
it's going to be Rax. There's no defending this one. There's no Chronosphere available. We still have the Chain Frost from Lich. Whoever it's going to be enough or not. Steven pops the BKB immediately. Jumps straight on Shigure. Gives him the silence. Gives him the void. I believe the silence was stolen by Dando there. Indeed it was. Sorry, Dando. Crippling Fear was stolen. Yeah, it was the silence. Oh, words. And now look at the Chain Frost spends in between Fang as well as Pain. It's not going to matter too much. KRS has to retreat to base. Windrunner went down. And Moonshot, look at the damage from Pain! Doesn't manage to finish him off because of the Rubik there, and he's going to die.
God, the body blocking in the fountain there, keeping Pain in, is beautiful.
Very aggressive dives. But yep, HUHU come out with a Rax. They only lost the Husker in all of that, and they picked up many, many kills. Gold Graph is nearly 17,500 going away at them now, and 12,000 XP. KRS actually managed to get himself a Blink Dagger here. Which is fairly surprising. I didn't think he had the level of farm. But he has already blinked him once, used Ravage.
Yeah, he's done well to get that.
But it was a little bit too late on his side. The rest of his team had already fallen. Moonshine, he has himself a Chrono available wherever he wants to just try and solo kill the Fang. He has a Heaven's Halberd, by the way. Try and disarm Moonshine. Moonshine jumps in. Instant bash! Fang, he really needs to pop that Heaven's Halberd. He's going to use Rage. And there is the Halberd. Moonshine can't do anything anymore. Fang is versus 5 on his own right now. And he's doing a damn good job, but he's just going to go down. Good use of Heaven's Halberd.
Open wounds picked up by Dando. Incredible that Fang lasted that long up against 5. He was... I started to wonder if he was going to die at all. I thought he was going to get some kills.
Oh dear, have you seen what Husker's picked up now? He's got himself a Satanic. He's hitting like a truck. If he gets to about half HP, he would absolutely destroy people.
Yeah, he's 6,000 ahead on net worth now.
Crazy farm, and it just shows that Lifesteal didn't need a level of farm to be effective in this game. The Heaven's Halberd is enough to keep the Faceless Void at bay. And of course he has himself the drums to stay alive, give himself and his team a bit more movement and attack speed. Now the question is, can KFC come down from 1 Rax down? They're way behind in the farm as well, still 17,500.
They've got a long way to go, but they do have the teamfight ultimates to do it. I think if there's anything that can turn around a whole game, it's going to be stuff like Chronosphere, getting the full time of that, decent amount of damage through that, then popping the Ravage, getting a full, full few seconds to do some damage there, and then popping the Lich off somewhere in the middle of that as well.
I mean, I actually nearly has his pipe finished now. It's about 1,500 and 1,600 gold away from it. He'll be up where he doesn't. Look at the damage to this Roshan. DD rune up on Pain. He's doing about 350 right click right now. And even more when he blows himself with Berserker's Blood. And that's going to be a free Aegis here for Pain. Instant smoke as well.
Yeah, they pop that smoke straight away, and there's no wards around here for KFC, so not going to see this coming.
They'll want to kill while Pain still has a DD rune. He's only got a quarter left, but instead he's going to... Oh, where did he find it? Found a courier at the secret shop, didn't they? That's unfortunate.
Yeah, very lucky for them.
That's really going to give him an edge. Not like they already had an edge, but we do see KRS here to defend. He's got the Ravage available, has the big... He just blinks away in time before Fang can get in there. And there goes the repel up on Pain. He wants to jump straight on KRS. He will do so, and that's the pet on the Husker. Life Break does no damage to him, I believe. Huh? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a life stealer from his Satanic. Open wounds going up on him now. And Payne is just tanking through so much. He's walking at all the heroes while the rest of his team are just by the secret shop. Dives in on the Tidal to kills him off. He's going to kill off Dando as well. Double kill up on Payne. Shogori's chasing there, but obviously the wind run. And there's the Chain Frost. Kills the Lich. Gets the Ultra kill. GG, well played, cool mate from the Moonshine.
Oh, that was huge. That's an absolutely massive Huskar. Payne playing incredibly all the way through there. He buys a Shadow Blade to finish up.
So that's GG called out there. HUHU will advance, and KFC, they've played brilliant so far in this tournament. But I think they were just caught off guard by Payne, who they got a Huskar picked. They left him alone in the bottom lane. He got 20,000 net worth and managed to nearly just solo 1v5. Absolutely insane. Yeah,
Huskar is in. He's viable now. We're going to see Huskar in every game from now on.
But yeah, stay tuned guys, we're going to have a 30-minute break before the winner brackets finals, so go have yourself some dinner or whatever if you are staying for the entire night, and we'll have another game coming up for you very soon.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Timber!